Part 1. How to overcome laziness and procrastination. Laziness and procrastination are the two main enemies of our productivity. Many people want to be successful, to achieve their goals, but often stop because of banal laziness. Why does this happen, and how can we fight it? Let's look at it from the perspective of Stoicism and practical methods of self-development. 1. Realizing the nature of laziness. The Stoics believe that every action or inaction has a cause. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you get up in the morning, say to yourself, 'Today I will meet people who are ungrateful, deceitful, self-righteous, angry, and envious. But they are like this not because they want to be bad, but because they do not know good.'" Similarly, laziness does not just appear. It can be the result of fatigue, fear of difficult work, or lack of motivation. Scientists from Carnegie Mellon University have shown that laziness is often the result of cognitive overload when the brain simply cannot effectively cope with the flow of information. 2. Dividing tasks into small steps. One of the main causes of laziness is an overwhelming task that seems complex and overwhelming. The method of small steps helps to bypass this psychological barrier. For example, instead of planning to write 20 pages of a book, set a goal to write only 1 page. A study by Stanford University found that people who use the technique of dividing tasks achieve their goals 70% more often than those who did not use this technique. 3. The 2-minute rule. This method was invented by David Allen in his GTD productivity system. He claims that if a task can be completed in less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. This helps to quickly remove small tasks and not accumulate them. For example, an instant response to an important email or cleaning your desktop. British scientists from Oxford have proven that using this method increases overall productivity by 25%, best for 5 minutes. This allows you to concentrate and not exhaust your brain. A Harvard University study showed that working with breaks increases productivity by 40% compared to continuous work. 5th Stoic concept of control. Epictetus said, "There are things that depend on us and things that do not depend on us." Laziness is not something external. It is your internal state that you can change. Ask yourself, what is in my power now? The answer is simple: take action. Psychologists from the University of California have proven that people who take responsibility for their actions have a higher level of motivation and are less prone to procrastination. 6. Building discipline through habits. Instead of relying on motivation, develop discipline. Stick to the schedule even if you don't feel like it. After a while, it will become an automatic habit, and laziness will disappear. A study by the University of London showed that it takes an average of 66 days to form a habit. 7. Visualize negative consequences. Stoics use the technique of negative visualization. Imagine what will happen if you continue to be lazy. You will miss opportunities, fail to achieve your goals, and not be satisfied with yourself. A famous experiment by Princeton psychologists showed that people who visualized their future failures were more motivated to avoid them. 8. Environment matters. Your environment greatly affects your productivity. If you are surrounded by people who do nothing, it will be difficult for you to work. Find a circle of people who motivate you to grow. In a study conducted at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, it was found that a person's productivity increases by 30% if he or she works in a team of productive people. 9. Physical activity. Regular physical activity improves brain function, increases energy levels, and helps fight laziness. Even a simple walk can boost your productivity. A study published in the journal Nature Neuroscience showed that physical activity increases the level of dopamine, the hormone of motivation. 10. Write down your achievements. Keep a diary where you write down what you have done during the day. This helps you see progress and motivates you to move on. A Yale University study found that keeping a diary increases self-discipline by 20%. Part 2. How to get rid of bad habits. 1. Why we form bad habits. Bad habits often arise as a way to avoid stress or get quick gratification. Scientists at the University of Cambridge have shown that habits are formed by activating the brain's dopamine system, which rewards us for certain actions. Second Stoic approach to habits. Seneca wrote, "We are what we constantly do." Perfection is not an action, but a habit. Stoics taught awareness and self-control, which helps to get rid of negative habits. They urged us to consider habits not as something innate, but as the result of constant action. 3. The method of replacing a habit. Instead of just giving up a habit, you need to replace it with a healthy alternative. Studies show that this method works better than just abstinence. For example, if a person is used to snacking on sweets, it is better to replace it with healthy fruits or nuts. The 21-day rule studies show that it takes about 21 days to form a new habit. The main thing is to go through this period without breakdowns. To increase your chances of success, you should use a system of rewards and support. Conclusion: changing yourself is a process that requires patience, awareness, and constant work. Using Stoic principles, self-control methods, and an understanding of the nature of habits, you can gradually improve your life and move towards greater harmony and efficiency.